What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Tomb Raider Remastered 1 through 3 gameplay here. I'm so happy this game has finally come out. Definitely a great Valentine's Day gift from Lara Croft herself. And as the slogan or catchphrase has been, Lara Croft is back, definitely. This is a series I grew up with as a kid. I remember it was one of the first three-dimensional games I ever played personally with Dad and Crash Bandicoot. And as happy as I am to play it, I will say one thing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm getting my ass handed to me. I can't count how many times I've died, and I'm only on like the second different location in the first game, and it is beating the brakes off of me. If I take any more abuse, I'm gonna have to be put on the Lifetime channel. So I apologize for all the terrible gameplay you're gonna be seeing, because I am just I tell you what, man. If you've never played the old ones and you only played the newer Tomb Raider games, you are in for a rude awakening. And if you already know, well, you already know. But I definitely highly recommend for $30 for these 3 games, fully remastered, with some add-ons to them, as well as photo mode, and you can switch between the old and new. I definitely highly recommend it. But unfortunately, I am not here to talk about and gush over Tomb Raider as much as I want to, but maybe I'll do that later. I'm here to talk about this one thing that I definitely want to just bring to light the news here, which was announced or revealed a little bit yesterday or the day before, and that is the whole situation with Silent Hill 2 Remake. What is going on with this whole game right now? Because it is just, you got thoughts and ideas and people all over the place here. So if you don't know, we had the little combat trailer about a week or two ago, and it didn't get a lot of great results. People were thinking it was very underwhelming, a weirdly cut trailer. I thought it was weirdly produced and put, and I heard a lot of reports saying that this is an older trailer, an older build, and people were wondering, well, why are they showcasing an older thing? Why not show something more up to date? Like, why would they do this? Well, then apparently the CEO at BlooberTeam was doing an interview, and I think a lot of these video interviews that they did, I didn't watch any of the video ones, I just read some of the reports, but I think a lot of them have been taken down now, but basically was talking about how, basically was putting all the blame on Konami, saying that this is all Konami's fault because they're the ones in charge of the marketing of this game, and that this does not represent the spirit of the game, and basically is dumping all the blame on Konami, and it just makes me kind of feel even more worried than before. I mean, we were kind of already very worried in the first place, but more worried now than ever before about how is this game going to turn out. Because let's just be honest with you, before all this extra drama and stuff going in here, there was a lot of, I guess you say, there was a lot of things to live up to, and there's a lot of just naysayers that you have to answer to with both the teams of Konami and BlooberTeam, because let's just say it, both of them do not have the greatest track record in recent memory. I mean, Konami, you look at the last decade, it has not been a very promising decade. This is not the Konami of old. Now, whether you want to go back to, they started their downfall with the whole Kojima thing, or when they, remember, tried to go more into, what was it, mobile games or stuff like that. They're just or the whole PT fiasco, wherever you want to go to. It's just Konami has just not been the Konami of old. And a lot of people, I know some people, because I'm usually talking about Resident Evil all the time, is want to go into Capcom having their moments. Capcom can't compete with how Konami has just been so bad the last decade. I mean, it's just, you can say what you want about some of the Konami games, maybe not living up to the potential they are, but at least you are getting games that you can somewhat respect, even at the worst case scenario, because I know everyone's looking at RE3 Remake, but if that is the worst case scenario, that's probably like a holy grail compared to what Konami's been doing the last decade, because it's just so shocking. So many great franchises, and they're just, who knows what's going to happen to them. Then look at BlooberTeam. Now, I don't have the greatest, I guess, history with BlooberTeam in terms of playing some of their games. The only one I've ever really played is the Medium, and it wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't a game that after I beat it, I wanted to go play it again. It was like, it was alright. It's something you play and then you move on, but from what I've heard, BlooberTeam doesn't have the greatest track record ever. It doesn't make bad games, but nothing true special. So I think someone said in my comments best that they make okay AA games, which is fine. But the problem here, as I struggle to figure out where to go in this area, is that it's so easy to get lost in in this game. It is so easy to get so figured out, turn around, what the hell you're doing. But the problem with this whole thing is this would be maybe alright if they were just doing some other game, but they're not. They're remaking a game that a lot of people will tell you to this day is the game that defines the survival horror genre, is the definition of the survival horror genre. I mean, there's a lot of people who tell you that about Silent Hill 2, and it's one of the greatest of its genre, no questions asked. So when you're remaking something like that, you want to put it in the utmost care, and what they're doing, what's going on right now, just screams just ineptitude at the whole thing. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where you can change between the old PS1 graphics and the remaster thing. Sometimes I have to do that because it gets so dark in this game, but I keep getting off topic here. But my point is like you want everyone on the same page. And that's the problem here, is regardless of whose fault it is, it's just a bunch of finger pointing. And this is not, it's like having a sports team that's not united together. You just have a bunch of people pointing the finger at everybody. Oh, it's their fault. Well, it's that person's fault. So when they go out to play on game day, you can just tell by the team's performance, this is not what we were trying to do in the first place. This is an ununified effort, and everyone's all over the place. Everyone's being selfish. Everyone's pointing the finger. As I said, I don't know who it is to blame for this whole thing, but I think everyone's got to be accountable for their own actions, because I hear some people saying, well, it's Konami, look at TombRaider, or it's BlooberTeam. I think it's a combination of both, because you're both on the same team here. You're both supposed to be producing a quality project, and you're not just doing any product. You're doing Silent Hill 2 Remake. Of all things, like, you're doing Silent Hill 2 Remake. This is something that you better put your best effort, because if you mess this up, it's going to be a long time for people to forgive you for that, because there's a lot of pressure. And some people are questioning, why are these the people behind this? I said, I can't answer that, but the fact that they decided this, I mean, I would like to hope they thought, hey, there's some type of credibility here. But I've just been trying to ask the question, and the big question is just the why. Unfortunately, I can't get to the why, because none of this stuff makes any sense, whether it's something where they're showing off, a combat trailer that looks weirdly edited and stuff, or whether it's not the right thing to show off, or it's an older build. It's just like, this is not how you promote your games. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that the game turns out to be excellent and it's great. Then it's just going to make us question, what was the point of all this drama and all this bad marketing beforehand? Like, this is not how you get people excited. Because, once again, the majority of people right now, while there may be some people so optimistic, they're really just fearful, because they think, oh man, they're going to F it up. They're going to mess it all up. Like, why would I believe anything else? If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. And, you're not getting any other reason to think otherwise. And then with the track records of both people, I mean, it's just like, why would people think otherwise? Like, why would they think that this is going to turn out to be great? We all want it to be, but it's just, at this point, the way I'm looking at it, I don't know if it'll ever even remotely come close to the what the original did. I don't know if that's even possible, even was put together by an excellent team. But can we at least get a satisfying game at the very least? Now I'm starting to question that. And if there is a satisfying game, it just makes me question, what's the point of all this drama and BS beforehand? Like, what? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It's like both these teams right now just want to fight each other, and it made their selfishness involved, ego. It's like, at the end of the day, the ultimate loser is the poor gamers and the fans of this franchise, just wondering, like, why is this happening to this franchise, let alone this game of all games? Like, I mean, just imagine, I know I give an example. Just imagine Resident Evil 4 Remake was happening, and you had Capcom doing it, and you had like two teams of Capcom fighting each other over it, and one's blaming the other, and they're giving terrible trailers or messing up everything. Everything looks kind of like weirdly edited, and everyone's blaming everyone. You'd be sweating bullets before that thing came out, thinking, oh my god, they're going to mess up this classic, all-time great game. And that's how these Silent Hill 2 fans have to feel right now, and I feel bad for them. They don't deserve this. They're looking at it like, hey, you do all these other things, so right, why does this game got to suffer like this? So, at the end of the day, I'm hoping for something to be at least somewhat entertaining, respectful, a game that I'm not going to look back and act like, why was this even made? Like, I get it. I'm kind of lowering my expectations. It's not going to more than likely be the original. And let's be honest, it never was. But at least be an entertaining game. That's all I ask. At least be a game that we can play, enjoy, play multiple times. Not be a game that's an absolute just dumpster fire. But this is just not looking good. This whole civil war between Konami and BlooberTeam, this is not what we need right now. This is not helping each other. And hopefully within the next, I don't know, days, weeks, whenever, like right now, they need to like issue a statement and put people's like, fears at rest, because this is just terrible marketing, terrible communicating with fans. And why would you feel great about it at this point? I feel absolutely extremely worried, a lot worried. But as I always like to say, that is my opinion. What is your opinion? What do you think is going on? Is it ego? Is it people just blaming each other? Oh God, I've had to have it a few times this game. Is it people just blaming each other, not wanting to take accountability? Are both teams at fault, or is it just one team? And has it blown your confidence completely out the window of this game even being good, let alone up to the length of the masterpiece that is the original? Let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back in the next one. Thanks, and I'll see you all later. Peace.